What if I told you you can get 1,500 extra views on every single one of your videos?
That's impossible!
What if I told you you can do this just by clicking a few buttons?
Surely you can't be serious.
Well, as the late great Leslie Nielsen once said,
I am serious.
And don't call me Shirley. Good morning and welcome back to another video on the Creative Money channel. My name is Jordan Simons, and for the past 5 years I've been traveling the world continuously while building a passive income and YouTube channel online. In this video, I'm going to show you all the different ways you can use to make a video get more views after you post it. So I posted this video yesterday, and so far, off the back of 500 subscribers on this channel, it has around 200 views. And while that's actually an okay click-through rate for a new channel with 500 views, I'm going to show you all the different ways that you could make that video get more views. So first of all, underneath the YouTube video, you've got this little share tab here. Now the first thing you want to do is try and hit every single one of these. Now I've already shared this to my Facebook page. If I go and load it up, so I've shared it to my Facebook page here, I've put a couple of hashtags in, and I've got the link there ready to go to try and drive people to go back to that video. This is a Facebook page that I've built up over the past couple of years. It's my Life of Jord one, and it does have 20,000 likes, but you don't get a big click-through rate from that, so I'm not expecting that to do loads in terms of people coming to the video, but it is worth doing. Even if you have a small Facebook page with not a lot of followers yet, it's still worth posting it because YouTube can see that the link is posted in more places, it's been shared more places, and therefore YouTube is more likely to recommend it. So in the same way, if we go to the next share tab, there is Twitter. I've done the same. I posted it straight away to my Twitter profile with a couple of relevant hashtags with pretty much exactly the same wording that I did on the Facebook. Now, hopefully it will show up in these hashtags. I could have gone more targeted, but I just put it generally there to entice people to watch it. Again, even if you don't have, I don't have a big Twitter following, I've got like 6,000 followers, but even if you don't have any following, it's still worth posting the link. Next up, you've got this little Blogger tab where you can go and sign up on Blogger beforehand. It's just another way of getting a link out there. So I'd go and publish that post. Now I'm going to skip over Reddit for right now, and I'll come back to that in a second. So next we've got Tumblr. Again, go and create a Tumblr profile. You don't need to have loads of followers, but it's just worth putting your video in another place with some relevant hashtags that people can find it. Anything you can think of. You don't want to go for really broad hashtags, because the broader you are, the less likely that you're going to get noticed. So I put YouTube in there as a high level one. You're much better going for North Korea video or make money online or even like CPM YouTube, you know. Go as niche as possible because that's where people might actually find you. So moving further along the list, and you've got LinkedIn, Pinterest, and then these Russian sites. Mix is actually quite a good one still to use. This used to be, God, I've forgotten the name of it now. I'm going to search. StumbleUpon. That's what it used to be. It used to be StumbleUpon, and it's a way for you to put videos somewhere that people can find it. It has all these relevant stories, so I just uploaded the video there, and now it's another place for people to find that video. So that, I would say, is the baseline for any video. You can also put it onto Pinterest, but it works better on Pinterest to create a specific pin for that video, which is a whole other topic. You can go and search that, so I'm not going to put it up right now, but that is a way you could use Pinterest to drive traffic back to your YouTube video. Now, I mentioned Reddit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Reddit and show you how I would use that. So here on Reddit, we've got the videos subreddit, and Reddit is made up of a bunch of different subreddits, which are basically different niches that people are interested in. So straight away here, I've got to think, how could this video be interesting to people within this subreddit? And I mean, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but I'll just show you what I would do first of all. Reddit frowns upon self-promotion. If it's obvious self-promo, unless you're in a self-promo subreddit, then people are likely to downvote you because they don't just want people to go on there and spam their links, because otherwise every YouTuber, blogger, and whatever would do it. But if you can put it on there in a way that doesn't seem like it's self-promo and it is actually interesting to people, then it can work very well. Yes Theory did a video before where they made the whole internet believe that Justin Bieber was eating a burrito sideways, pretty much just using Reddit.
And we just checked the subreddit, and it is #1. It is #1 on one of the biggest subreddits.
And while this may not work this time, I'm going to show you what I would try to do. So this video, how much YouTube paid me for a North Korea video with 3.5 million views. How would someone share that if they weren't me? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link there, and then it will come up with that title. But that is not going to get any traction. What I would do instead is change it to this YouTuber is bragging about earnings from North Korea video. I don't know if that's going to attract either a lot of unwanted attention, or if people will come back to it because of that. I'm not sure, to be completely honest. Maybe bragging is a tough word, but I think that's more clickable, and I don't care. I don't care if people find it because of that and then come back to it. I've just been honest about it. I never went to North Korea with that intention. They can come back and say what they want, but I'm going to put that because maybe it will generate an interest and people will click into it. So here you have to choose community. What I'm going to do is go for videos, which is one of the biggest communities on Reddit, and then click post. Could be dangerous, but let's see. And then just click through. Gives it another little click coming back from an external website. And the more that YouTube can see that there are lots of clicks and lots of views coming back externally and people sharing it, then the more likely YouTube is to push it into the algorithm and get more people to watch it. Anyway, I'm going to leave that, see what happens. What you should also do at this point is go onto different subreddits, maybe find 4 or 5 that you can put this video into that might have some interested people. So I'm going to go do that now and then come back in a second. So I only did a few, and I'm finishing up with passive income niche. How much money let's put passive income in there. How much passive income can you make from viral videos on YouTube? Post it in there. Okay, that's just one way of getting out there, and we'll come back to that later on and see if it did help with any traffic and traction coming back. Okay, I was also just editing, and I just wanted to emphasize why this part is really important. Because on YouTube, you're really competing in a space where lots of people are creating videos about something. You're really competing for amongst a lot of loud voices. But if you can post to communities outside of YouTube, whether that's Reddit subreddits, Facebook groups, or forums, or any other communities that would be interested in your niche, then you've got a lot more chance of being found, because it's less saturated and there's less people posting videos to those other websites, if that makes sense. So rather than just Reddit or Facebook groups or whatever you can think of, if you can find another website where people would be interested in your video, then you can also share it there. Okay, back to the video. Most of these are going to be free, but I'm also going to show you a couple of paid methods that you can also use to get it out there. The first of which is I could boost it on my Facebook page. And boosting is basically just putting a budget behind the post on here, so then more people will see it. And the way Facebook's gone, this is it'll get in front of a lot more people quicker by putting a little bit of a budget behind it, because although Facebook used to give you good reach from your organic posts, these days you do need to put a few quid behind them if you want to even get in front of all of your own audience. So if I wanted to get just a lot of people to come to this, then I would choose cheap countries to boost it to. And the cheap countries that I've found work quite well are Indonesia, India, Philippines, Bangladesh, any of those countries where basically it's cheaper to advertise to, because they don't have as high a spending power as Australia, UK, US. But in this example, I am going to boost to US, and that's for 2 reasons. Firstly, US are very, from what I found from my YouTube channel, US are highly interested in North Korea. For example, my North Korea video got 80% views from US, so that does make sense to boost it to them. And secondly, in this channel where I'm trying to show people how to make money online and passive income, I want to go for US, Australia, and UK demographic because they are the people that will really be able to benefit the most from this, because I'm coming at it from that perspective, but also because then I have a higher CPM on this channel because I have an audience from UK, US, and Australia. Although I'm saying that, I completely appreciate the views from wherever you are in the world, and like, thank you very much for watching, and I hope a lot of this also still can help and still applies to you, but that's the reason I'm targeting US for this specifically. So what would I do right now is I would just put 2 days, £10 behind it, and let's see where that goes. What you should do if you were doing proper Facebook ads is do a bunch of different ads and see which ones work, run the ones that work longer and get rid of the ones that aren't working. But that's more for product marketing. This is just generally, I'm just seeing what happens. Right, so what else could you do? You could also post it to your Instagram if you have an Instagram, and I will put it onto one of my stories and just say to people, if you're interested, then swipe up. Even though I have an Instagram with 50,000 followers, it never gets a huge degree of swipe ups, but it's still worth it just to put it out there and let people know that you have a new video out. And again, you get that extra link coming back. Okay, next up is Fiverr. And even if you go to Fiverr, let's go back to the homepage of Fiverr. You go to Fiverr, and Fiverr is a website where you can get a whole range of services and digital services for what used to be £5. Now, as you can see, they vary all over the place, but it's basically a marketplace for services. What I'm going to look at right now is YouTube promotion. So how could someone on Fiverr help push this video and get more people to come back to it? Now there's so many on here and I couldn't try all of them. It would be very expensive, and to be honest, a lot of them aren't very helpful, so it would probably be quite a big waste of money. But there are a few on here that work within the rules of YouTube. They aren't getting fake views and they aren't building you fake subscribers. They're not against the terms of service, but they can be very helpful in pushing your video. Now the first of which is only something I tried to do recently, is getting a press release done. So this video could be quite interesting as a news article. It could be quite useful for some online magazines or online newspapers, and maybe they'll be interested in knowing how much money can you make from a video about North Korea? How much do YouTubers make in general from viral videos? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a Fiverr service on here where someone can write me a news press release and then send it to lots of different PR companies and newspapers, and if they're interested in running that story, then they can. Right, here's one I found, I've settled on, and it has a basic service for £25 where they will write the press release and put it onto Google News and Headline Plus, which are sites that people can use to search for press releases if they're searching for stories. And then you also have this standard distribution and they'll write it. This is the one I'm going to go for, and it's one that I've tried before and had good results with. So they will write the news press release. It read well when I used it before. They will distribute it to over 250 news outlets and include the link back to my YouTube video and back to that channel. This is 40 quid. So I understand that you might not want to spend this on a lot of your videos, and I would really pick and choose the video that you think has a good chance of getting picked up. But because I'm just showing you in this video, I wouldn't typically do it for this type of video, but I'm just showing you how it might work. So I'm going to do it and I'm going to order it, and then we'll see the results in a few days' time. I will say that I also attempted to do the SEO quite well on the video, so it does get picked up in search results, so that will also factor into it. But within the YouTube studio, I can see where traffic came from. We are on 211 views right now. Let's see where this ends up in a week's time. Alright, it's a couple of days later and I'm checking back in on Fiverr. Unfortunately, the press release we couldn't go ahead with because it was political or making money content, which I didn't know, but apparently lots of news companies won't accept that from a press release and they won't publish it. So the seller could have taken my money anyway, but they came back and said, I'm not going to go ahead with this for that reason. So instead we got a refund. I've now got £40 in the account that I'm going to use on some other Fiverr gigs. I wouldn't go for the gigs that are, you know, I will give you an extra 1,000 views, an extra 5,000 views, because they are generally quite spammy and those views might get removed. It's against YouTube's terms of service, but there are other gigs on there that you can use instead. And I'm only doing this because we got the refund. I wouldn't do this normally for a video, but I figured it might be interesting to try out. The first one is I will give you a shout out on my 350,000 people verified Instagram. All the reviews look good. It seems as if he's actually doing it and he's got the audience. So it is £34. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend this normally, but I'm going to try it out and see what sort of engagement that gets, because I think it is a good thumbnail and I think it is quite, I think it might get some click-throughs. You hear the fan on my laptop? That is struggling. Just because I'm screen recording. Okay, we've ordered. I'm going to send in the details and I'll see you again in a couple days. It's a week later and now I'm going to see if that sharing worked, what views the video is on right now, and where the traffic came from. So if I click into it right now, I'm going to go into my studio, and that how much did North Korea pay me video is at 1,000, almost 1,600 views. I'm happy with that. That's good. The video was 200 views when I started this video, and that was just after the first day I'd posted it. It's got up 1,500 views since then, and this channel is a new channel. It's only got 500 subscribers. I mean, at the start of this is now on 700, so that's double the amount of my subscribers that have viewed this video. And now I'm going to go in and see exactly where those views came from. So if you look here, you get 1.6k views, 125 watch hours. That's pretty good. You can see like the audience retention is around 5 minutes. I'm quite happy with that. That's quite a good amount of retention. I'm going to try and push that up all the time, and like I'm really going into my analytics in the future on this channel because I do want to drive that watch time up and create videos that people really want to finish watching. So now, but the more important part of this video is to see where those views came from. So you can see here 37% of the views came from external sources, which means websites outside of YouTube. And now that proves that what we just did and what I showed you worked, because almost 40% of the traffic to this video came from sites outside of YouTube. And now I think we can go a bit further into where that came from. Here you go. 300 views from the Facebook post I shared, 113 from one of the Instagrams. I think that was my one actually, from sharing it to my own story, and then 21 from the other Instagram. So I don't think that was, well, definitely, it's got a good watch time. That may actually be the other way around. I haven't tracked it, but all right, just to clarify, because I double checked, the bigger amount of clicks were from my own Instagram and the 21 were from the Fiverr gig that I paid for. And I don't think that's really worth it, even though it's like 8-minute watch time. It's not worth paying £35 for 20 clicks, especially if you're starting out or it's a new channel. There's much better ways to get organic traffic, and you don't have to pay that sort of price for just 20 people to watch your video. But yeah, that's where that came from. And then 100, almost 100, 86 views from Reddit. And now that's good. That's free organic traffic. If that Reddit post or those Reddit posts had taken off, then that could have got a lot more views. But either way, it's something for nothing. You can go and find a subreddit and you will be able to start getting views to your videos. And then a few others further down the line, Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook. And this is also where it would show you if your video gets embedded on any other websites. You can also see here that some traffic is coming through search, only 1% right now, but it's good that it's at least getting some traffic from search, because that means I'll get more video views in the future. Peek-a-shoot, no idea why. So hopefully this video showed you that just by sharing outside of YouTube, you can increase your views on any video. And maybe what a lot of people do is once they finish the video, they post it and forget about it. Maybe I showed you in this that at least by sharing a little bit more and putting it a few more places, you can get more people to come to your channel and see your videos. The important part of this as well is that if YouTube can see the videos in more places and it can see that traffic's coming back to YouTube from other places, it's more likely to suggest your video and get more views within YouTube as well. So if it does get traction anywhere else on a website or social media, it'll push that video into more people's feeds and you'll get more views on your video. I hope that all makes sense. There's just some ideas there for how you can share your own. There are plenty more places you can share it as well, and anyone else that has any ideas, please drop them in the comments below so we can learn off each other too. And on that topic, if you want to help push this video further up so more people can get to see it, then please leave a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and leave a comment below as well. I'd love to know if you have any other ideas of places you can share your videos and what you're doing to get more traffic back to your own YouTube channel, and let me know if this helped and gave you any more ideas as well. For now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.